There we go. So yeah, as predicted, Juice being first one back out again. He's going to be this
And
tiers
Lewis.
KMS. What was it? RM?
NRM.
Seems NRF. There you
KVS
go.
NRM.
I knew it
I
was
was
a
thinking, who
combination
you
of
on
one of
about?
them.
And then I clocked what you was on about.
Yeah. He seems to always be person to get out on first track. Right.
Val going, I was about to say, usually Val's one of the first ones out. Literally, I was about to say, he's gone. He's out.
LMB also following Juice as well. He's going to be second on his final lap. Let's see who else.
He's behind.
Okay. So drivers not wanting to waste any time. That's what we like to see. Let's take a look at a couple of these liveries. So nice yellow and purple for Renault. Hayes still in the pits. But Senna, just a nice classic blue and white look there.
That Renault, I wasn't sure about at first, but the more I look at it, the more I like it. I wasn't sure about that purple with the yellow, but I think it's been pulled off.
Ooh, very nice one. Michael's nice blue and black trim sort of thing. Very Tron-esque. Fan of that one. But Juice should be coming up now. There we go, getting ready for his final lap. So we'll jump on board with him for the second time and let's get into it. So cross the start finish and taking a little bit more curve on this second time round. Nice entry into there, clicking the apex beautifully. That corner I always find a little bit difficult. It's trying to get that nice balance between power and also rotation. It's a bit of a tricky one, but pulled it off nicely there, Juice. Through to Brooklynson Village, very nicely done.
I think two teams got the same livery. I've just clocked that. AlphaTauri and McLaren.
Okay.
I think it's the same livery, just two different colours. Unless I'm being stupid. Which
I
is
don't think there's any restrictions on livery, as long as it was the colours, so
I thought it was one per team. You can go for the same livery as another team.
possibly. Ooh,
Oh,
very close there to invalidating the Juice, but he managed to just keep it on the track enough. Don't know how he got away with that. But for now, he's just going to be wanting to set a banker. He can always improve on it later on in the stage. Taking a little bit of that sausage curve, but not enough to do any damage. And across the line, so he's going to take a 125.9, so he's actually improved on what he got last time. That's Lewis invalidated, unfortunately. Who's up next? Oh, Stenner taking a very inside line. I don't know why he went and cut that much corner, so he invalidated. Let's see who else is on for a lap. We've got Rebel, your old teammate. He's currently in sector 2 and just working his way around up through to the international pit straight. And Rally coming through as well. Just noticed 125.4. Currently top in the table.
so I was parked up the side of the road having their lunch.
Pops off to the burger van.
I think that was Stenner. Was it Stenner? Yeah, it was.
Okay. Wonder what's going on there. Might be something wrong.
Just getting people past, I think. Hit with them, their flyers and that. Whoever comes through the last sector. They go fast one
nicely
from
done.
Rebel.
Should be around the 125 high, maybe? Nope, just over 126.2. Not too bad. I think that's pretty much spot on to what we got last time.
Nobody's coming around the last two turns now.
Okay, so it just went straight out.
Late 125s.
Yep, 125.9, not too bad. Obviously, 2 laps old. They messed up the first one. And we'll see Curry there, 126.4, former top tier driver, and dropping down into tier 2 for this season. the
Val's going
defensive
back into the pits.
goat that he is.
I think Val invalidated 2 laps because he's got no ERS.
Okay,
He hasn't set laps.
Sure.
I think he's invalidated 2.
let's jump on with TTM Michael. He's just come through to the last sector now. See what time he's going to be putting in.
Tez set a 126.3.
Not too
Not
bad.
bad from Tez.
Yep,
I think he won't be happy with that. I think he wants more out of that.
he's still working with that new setup. He's recently got a new Fanatec setup, so only had about 2 days, still getting used to it. Which will improve as the season goes. But Michael goes with a 125.9. Also just noticed a bendy limb at 125.8. Not too bad.
Ali's also just starting his lap.
So I'm
On
not seeing
mediums.
anyone get into the 124s just yet. 125 seems to be kind of where most people are going to be sitting.
Ali's on mediums.
Yeah, mediums. It's only Q1. Save the tyres. Obviously, yeah, kind of have to play the long game on this. You don't want to just perhaps use up all those softs. And yeah, with Q1, just get out of the way. As long as you think you can set a time and put yourself in that top 15, it might just be a smart strategy. Save that extra tyre size.
I would have thought he'd gone mediums for the start of the race. To go mediums in Q2 to get onto that tyre for the long run
You never know.
for the race.
Bit of a lag there. Not too sure if that was just me, but kind of looked like he just jumped across the track. I know he is still jumping across the track. Let's see if that is just myself.
Not seen anyone jump.
Very slow through Vale there. Broke a little bit earlier, but perhaps just getting used to it still.
125.8.
Yeah, not bad. P3.
Very fast.
Let's take a look. Tabino, otherwise known as Niag, just going through sector 2 at the moment. Oh, what the hell? I'm so
Noel's
confused.
Xbox just died.
Okay. So
Full Hayes on a lap.
I was with Ainsley, and he was going through Brooklands and Village, and he's just glitched into the pits, but he seems like he's come back out. I'm really confused, I'm not gonna lie with that. We're jumping on with Liam Hanna, and he's going through Maggots and Beckett's now, taking all of the curve there, a little bit wide, but a nice line through the exit. Currently just got purple apparently. Looking at the track map at least, but we'll see what he's able to put in through this sector 3 here.
Got a bit of teamwork there from the Red Bull boys. Hayes slowed right down on his flyer to let Carl catch up so he can get a bit of a toe on the straight.
There we go, Liam Hannon at 125.7. Making a good name for himself for being in my predictions. And as he's my fantasy driver, that's what I want to see.
Val starts his lap. We've also got Jelly on a lap.
Yep, Jelly's just going through Cops now. I'll stick with him, see how his lap and switch over to Vale afterwards.
No, Val's got ABS off. Do you think he run ABS off? I know he can, but I didn't think he did.
Oh, just had word that apparently Noel's Xbox has just died. Not too sure if he's going to be able to get himself back in. At the moment he's going to be running with his AI. And Capolino making a good point there. Alistair on mediums, I thought it was a full wet race. I did see something about it being heavy rain or something. I'm not too sure if that is correct. But
Big clock there.
yeah, Jetty going through a 125.5. Put himself up in that second position. And let's switch over to Vale. Maybe coming through Maggots and Beckett's.
He very nearly invalidated on Cops. Very, very nearly. Like an inch. And he would have invalidated.
All about finding as much time as possible. If that means using up all the track limits, then so be it.
Reckon my Alfa Romeo driver put himself. That is the question.
Heavy lock up there with Vale. One thing I've noticed is locking up just doesn't seem to really affect it much on this game. In terms of tyre wear and such. you can get away with it quite fairly, I would say. But,
I think it does do a bit more to your tyres. It heats them up a lot more, doesn't it? So it's you lose a little bit more grip, but it reduces your tyre overall, doesn't it? From not locking up.
He's has set a lap, but he's going quite slow at the moment. He's being fairly precautious, just taking his time getting around the circuit. Obviously, last season in Tier 1, apologies, in the McLaren, and yeah, taking a step down. Very nice Union Jack livery there, as you see. Ooh. Would if I get rid of that, apologies. But yeah, teammates with Carl Duncan, and yeah, those two should be a good, nice little companion. Pairing, rather.
They're gonna. Carl is putting Hazel on by the looks of it.
Carl has wanted to organise his strategies to get toes. Saw it with Carl being teammates with LMB during the mini series. They were planning their outlaps and stuff to coincide, get that nice toe along the straight. So good to see these teams kind of work together quite well in that aspect. There you go, Hayes 125.9, puts himself firmly in the middle. This is one
Lundy's
lap.
anyone that hasn't set a lap. Lundy's on a lap now. Last one not to set a lap.
Okay.
As Noel is third.
Let's see where he's going to be putting himself in then. Team Ferrari, and yeah, once again, very nice livery. Pairing up with Liam Hannon, could be a very strong team for the constructors. And okay, only 15th. He's keeping himself there for now. Could be safe, but 126.6, you can definitely improve on that.
I think he's going to have to get in that pit quick and get back out.
Yep, we've got 5 minutes left, so we're going to be seeing quite a few drivers start to come out if they haven't already, just to try and get that final lap time. Stenner invalidating, but he's currently got a 124.7. Currently our fastest first driver to break into those 124s. And anyone who's voted 2 or under seems to be doing not too bad for the prediction.
Everyone did.
Yeah, there you go.
So you're not always going to lose any money if it doesn't. If it does happen, just going to get back what you spent.
Now see what Tim feels on about with the faith of the pace of our Tier 2 drivers.
I think I think Stenner can do it because he's done it in time trial, but then again, time trial is different.
Yeah. Ooh, Lundy going very wide. I wasn't too sure if he's kind of on a second flying lap, but if he was, he isn't anymore. Maybe looking to come into the pit now and try and get back out on a fresh set of tyres.
He's coming in. So Val is the only one that is out on track right now.
Okay, we will jump on board, yeah. Might be a smart play, just get himself some nice breathing room on the track. Doesn't have to worry about anyone else really. There we go, Saints in the chat. Let's go Tez. We've got ourselves a fan of Tez. Very few and far between. But no, good to see you out in the chat.
Through Luffield.
Okay, so Noel tried to get back in as well, update on that, and it seems like he's still having an issue, so he might just have to retire for tonight. Shame that. Yeah, had good hopes for him, obviously done well last season, but unfortunately just doesn't seem to be the day.
As you got 2 drivers coming out of Renault and a Williams.
Yep,
So that'll be Niag and I think Tez probably. No. It'll be Pass. Pass needs to come out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Pass. Oh, both? Williams. No. I don't know why LMB's
which
come back.
colour
Doesn't
matches?
need to.
You never know, he might just want a bit more prices, but yeah. Oh, Hayes has had enough, he's decided to retire. He's happy with his 9th place with a 125.9.
That's back on his lap. Through Village. Get a bit better with me corner names now. It'll be better. Up to Luffield. Where me and Pred will be this at the Silverstone race this
Heavy
year.
lock up there. Yeah.
Can't wait.
Quite a few TTM guys heading home or abroad for Grand Prix out and about. Be good to get those back up to the fans. Hoping to try and get myself to one of them.
Oh, where you going? Where you
Not too
looking
sure. Maybe Austria or just stick to Silverstone. You never know.
I'm Silverstone. Some inbred.
Ooh,
Oh,
Vale.
no.
Very wide there. Some easy corners to get caught out on, and I've done it many times. Paul's just gonna have to perhaps give it another go if he's got the fuel for it. Let's jump on with Niag. He's invalidated his lap, unfortunately, so he might just have enough time to get back across the line and try and get himself out of the danger zone. What about Pars? He's through sector 2, part of the Williams team with Tez, and yeah, looking to also try and get himself just over Lundy and put him in the danger zone instead.
Kyo has a silent bits. I need to go out again.
Seeing a few more drivers retiring as well. Rally retired along with Michael. They think they're safe, and I've done enough just to get the job done.
NMB has gone purple in sector 2. I'm not sure if purple on quali is for your lap or for the lobby. I think it's your lap.
I'm not too sure. Stick with Pars, just as we've seen his lap, and might be able to quickly switch LMB.
B6, NMB.
There you
Cross the
go.
line.
126.3, so that is knocks Lundy into 16th, and he's going to be needing to improve. Currently up on his time compared to the first one, so it's looking good. He's only got to get that 900th of a second to put Carl into the danger zone instead. And Carl has finished, so if Lundy's able to improve on this final bit, he's going to be able to knock him down. And he's going across the line, and yep, he's jumped up to 12, so that is Carl out. Bale's also done. Ainsley, he's on lap, he's the last one to possibly jump up out of that zone and move on to Q2, possibly knocking Tez maybe out of it, and nope, either that was very cautious or Ainsley decided to back out of the lap.
I've just checked that purple sector that Lewis got.
Yeah.
I think it is for your personal best because I've checked Lewis's one, which was a 35. Then I checked Stenner had a 34.7.
Right, okay.
So I'm not sure how purple sector works on quali. It's weird.
Yeah, I think on the actual timer on the stream that is correct, but on the track map it is personal best. It's a bit weird. Jelly invalidated. I think that's pretty much everything.
If
No one else will be able to improve, so
how is Neo? What is going on with Neo? It just said he was doing a 135, and then now he's saying he's an out lap.
yeah, not too
Huh?
sure. See, I was confused as well. He was halfway through sector 2 and then magically appeared in pits for me in the first attempt of the race. So. Yeah, he was the last one out on track, I believe. LMB just heading into the pits now. That's him all done. So I'm really not too sure if he's on a lap or not. I don't think he is.
I think Benedict's cleared up for us. He says the game always shows purple sector 2 if you're up on your delta. He thinks.
There you go.
Which is random, innit? Why not just do it the fast in the lobby and green for when you're up?
Because
Like
code
what said.
matters where nothing makes sense.
That's true. Especially when it comes to formation lap, that really don't make sense.
Alright, there you go. So Ainsley not able to improve there, and that's everyone done, I believe. So we've got 30 seconds left, and we will get on into Q2. So just a very quick thing. So we will be losing Carl Duncan, TTM Vale, Niag, and also Noel, who I don't think will be joining us for the race anyway. So he's going to be out of it, unfortunately. But yeah, rest of the top 15 drivers all through to Q2, and see if they start improving. Perhaps some of our drivers might have thought they'd get through a bit easier than that. Might see a bit of a different strategy just to try and get them through to that Q3. And yeah, wait and see. As soon as
What's going on?
Yeah.
Still says out there, but he's still driving. Although I think that's AI, I'm not sure.
It's just left on 1 second remaining as well. Not really too sure.
Well, this is fun. Loving life today. So I'm not sure if that's him or if that's AI.
I can't tell because it's not the race, so we don't have the bars to see if he's in or not, or what's going on.
Right, is that going to kick it through? No, it's not.
Hopefully he retires very shortly.
Our Saints, our track conditions is drastic, just one time in the 24s. These aren't top tier drivers, they're tier just below, so they're not the same speed as the top tier drivers.
Yeah, this is all skill
So,
based. So
we're not expecting these guys to be hitting the 23s and the low 24s. Expecting these guys to hit the more high 24s and the 25s. We expect these guys to be hitting.
Okay, so Ainsley's apparently on a loading screen on his, which isn't good. As Jerry mentioned, he is on a hot spot. Unfortunately, he's literally just moved house in the last week or two, so Wi-Fi hasn't quite been installed yet. It could be part of the factor here.
Oh, and they're using wet setups, which is another good thing to point out. It's a wet race, they'll be on wet setups.
That is a good point, yeah.
There we go.
Finally,
That was
kicked
cap.
in.
I said that. Put my chair back, I'm gonna lay down. Lay down a bit, you know? Kick back, relax, chill out.
Don't think everyone has a full wet setup. I know sometimes I completely forget about it, just a lack of preparation on my side. But yeah, quick run through. So Q1, Stenner at the top, Riley, Juice, Super Jolly Log, Liam Hannon, LMB, Bendy Lim, Alistair, Michael, and 10th Hayes, Rebel, Curry, Lundy, Pars, and finishing off that top 15 is Tez. Getting knocked out once again is Carl Duncan, Bale, Ainsley, and RL. No, I can never say that RL bit. Should just stop. But yeah, that is Q1 for this very first round. Moving on to Q2, and hopefully a few less issues.
Hopefully.
Here still, yep, you've got myself, Ewan, and also Chizu on commentary, keeping you entertained. There we go. For a second it said lap 1 of 3 for me on that, but it's just up there. We've got the 15-minute countdown for this session, and let's see who is going to be coming out first. I'm going to stick with Juice.
Ewan. Still, sorry. Because I read Ewan on the thing as I saw Steel's name. So he's going to unsubscribe us, isn't it?
Shocking behaviour, that.
I think he said it because of you, Ewan. You know, I don't think it was me. I think he said it because of you.
Right,
I
so
think you've got some doubts on that.
got Juice coming out, Stanner coming out, Liam Hannon. A few of our drivers not wasting as much time as previous session.
Still said he doesn't like Ewan.
He says he does like me, so I'll see yourself. You're getting confused.
Go read.
But I think this time we're going to be sticking on board with Stenner, topping out Q1, and let's see what he's able to do for his first session. Might be able to set a time, a decent time, around 124s again. ideally. Not knowing about it being in the wet, it's very unlikely we're going to be possibly seeing a 123 from him, especially with the wet setups if it has been applied. So yeah, around the 124s, 0.5s perhaps is what I'm expecting if you can pull off the lap.
I don't know what I was expecting. I felt there's some drivers that are lower down in the first one. I think just set a lap, so you can't really tell who's gonna be knocked out. This one, it's really hard to gauge, if you get what I mean.
And that is the joys of skill-based leagues and tiers.
I've never been in a skill-based league. it's a bit worrying for me.
Alright, so Stanley just giving himself plenty of room, just setting himself up nicely to get around this final corner, get as much speed through and start that flying lap. Taking up all the curb and beautifully hitting that apex. Bit of a wobble there with the sausage curb. Just seeing apparently Niag was 9th in Q1 on his screen. So he was definitely having a few issues.
He's not.
Apparently so. That's what he saw.
Double there. He was like, if he actually finished 18th, it's double there. That's it. I'm even impressed with myself then. Juice out first again.
Very nice with Cops. Yep, Juice was out first, but sort of jumping ball with Stenner. See what he's able to put out for a banker. Oh, invalidated. Unfortunately, just taking too much of the curb through Maggots there. Shame. Quickly jump through with Juice, just see what he does through the final few corners. And we've got some Juice fans out and about in the stream. How you all doing? And there you go, 125.7 to start things off. Very good time. Yes. Anyone
Tez, I think.
Out and about?
Tez is out. I'm still Tez can go. He's new fanatic.
He's just trying to see where everyone else is about. Using up all the curb out of the exit. Very nicely done, keeping it tight and tidy.
Jerry reckons that Stenner isn't on a full wet setup.
Okay, just with steering. Fair enough. Well,
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, time will tell. See what the guy's pace is on that actual
Let's go to
race. But yeah, Tez 6th, 125.8. Last session put himself in 15th if he wanted to try and avoid that spot. This time round, only the top 10 coming through into Q3. So we will be losing 5 more drivers. So, Liam Hannon currently topping out 125.2. Let's jump on board with Alice. I think he'll be the only one on a flying lap. Yeah, set time. Hayes still on an out lap, so wait and see.
So this is going to be different for Hayes here because he hasn't got Carl to help him pull along. So will we see Hayes go slower or will we see him go faster because of tracking push?
Yep, he did jump quite a few spots from in his final lap, and you never know how much that was attributed to that toe that we got. Currently in 13th, but yet set a lap obviously, so we'll wait and see what he's able to do.
And here comes Ali around the last corner. Across the line.
Ooh,
Jump to
second.
P2.
Yep, 125.2, not too bad, only a few hundredths off that top spot. Sure we'll be able to improve on that second time round. Saints with predictions for the race. So personally I've gone for Liam Hannon, from Riley, and I've also put Senna up there for my top 3. As to which order they are, I'm not too sure yet, but I reckon those 3 drivers are the ones to look out for personally. Let us know what you're thinking as well in the chat. So obviously you can see what the times people are doing in quali. Will this stick with the race as well? Very wide there from Hayes. Somehow didn't invalidate.
How he doesn't invalidate
Yeah.
there, I do not know.
I think even he was shocked because he's just slowed right down.
Maybe
So
that's why. Because he slowed down, it didn't validate.
with that, would have thought. Yeah, want to try and carry that speed through, but. Right, okay, so we'll jump on with Tez. He's coming through Magnus and Beckett. He's got Lewis right behind him as well, so we'll jump on board with him straight after. See where they finish up, and Tez invalidating, unfortunately picking up too much curb. See how Lewis is faring, and he's just dropped his speed as well. Not fancying it.
Michael's on a lap.
Doesn't look like he's invalidated his lap either, so I'm not really too sure what's going on there. And just having a look to see what kind of tyres we're looking at here. So everyone out on softs, so it seems like people wanting to start the race on that compound. No medium runners possibly try and stretch out a longer stint or anything like that. It's just going to be as fast as you can and play it by ear with the strategies. Everyone coming into the pits.
Apparently the whole race is heavy rain. The whole way through. Jesus.
It's going to be interesting. I know myself personally, I definitely don't put as much practice into the wets races as I probably should. Whether these tier 2 drivers kind of follow that same mindset or they do put some time aside, we'll have to wait and see. One person who's obviously not in Q2 at the moment, Carl Duncan, everyone kind of knows he is very strong in the wet. He's one of the few people that actually prefers it, so you might see a strong performance from him.
You're getting blamed for the rain, you?
I blame you for the rain.
I don't know why.
I'm not hosting the lobby for once, so it's not my fault. But yeah, you never know.
Did you shake your rain stick?
Just me being here is enough of a presence, and we get rain.
You shook the rain stick, didn't you, before the race?
Yep. Hayes invalidating as well, just saw. He's going to be upset with that. Juice seems to be on a lap, so we'll jump through with him. He's currently very close to Liam Hanna's time. He could be putting himself in good stead here.
Stenner goes P1. Visual P1. Exact same time as the last one. 1.47. It's just.
Okay, so Juice going over the line, moving up to 5th at 125.4, and we're seeing Capellino reckons a few safety cars will happen in this race. Minimum 3 apparently, which in the wet is possible. Very easy to spin out. Have to wait and see. Perhaps that's one of our predictions for the actual race.
Saints, who is the best driver last season on the grid? The grid is made up of 4 different tiers.
Yeah,
There's a lot of drivers here that come towards the top end of each tier, so it's really hard to gauge on who's going to be quick and who's going to be towards the lower end. It's a very hard one to decide this early on.
Yeah. It's all part of the fun. Kind of mix up of tiers. Quite a few of these drivers haven't raced together, so throughout the race you might be kind of feeling them out. How much room is everyone going to be giving each other? And
that's the main thing for me.
Yeah.
When you drive with these drivers, you know exactly who you can get close with and who will give you that little bit of extra room, and who will really try and squeeze you.
Yeah. And with a track like Silverstone,
all again.
You're going to have to learn that first corner. We've seen drivers yesterday, top tier, trying to go through wide through turns 1 and 2 sort of thing, and that's a very risky business. As we saw Horizon unfortunately getting spun. But
it's going to be even worse tonight.
Yeah.
If it's heavy rain, it's going to be even worse because they're going to be really fighting for that grip out there. one slight bit of contact and that thing is getting spun. Especially if it's at that front of that grid, that hole, that's going to be a pileup. So we'll have to see what happens with that.
To be fair, that might have to be the prediction, just will there be a safety car on lap 1?
Yeah. Well, the thing is now, they can't use the strategies that the drivers used yesterday that come in the top 5, which was safety
Switch
car
to the
lap
hards,
1,
yeah.
pit and go straight on hard to the end. They can't do that because of this rain. So it's really going to be testing the waters here and seeing who can get the best strategy. If at some point they can go to inters and gain a few temps, could be beneficial if the rain drops.
And that is the thing, if very temperamental the weather, and anyone who plays this game will know that Jeff, your race engineer, isn't the most helpful with updates either, so trying to get that strategy right can be difficult as to when to come in, when not to come in, sort of thing. Be a big factor of this race possibly. There we go, so Rebel going up to 10th, 125.8.
It's all Jeff does to say, 10 minutes till rain. 10 minutes now. Oh yeah, 10 minutes till rain. You said that 10 minutes ago. When's the rain? And then all of a sudden it starts. No, well, that was good work.
Isn't the most helpful. Oh, Alistair retiring. He's had enough, and that is in the pits. So he's reckoned he's done enough. 2 minutes to go, and left it with a 125.2.
Well, I'm on board with Rebel here, because he's 10th at the moment, so he really needs to find a bit of time here and prepare himself up that grid.
I'd say he's just set
Safety.
a time, I think. Ooh. Very impressive how Lewis didn't invalidate that. Currently on board with LMB. And a little bit wide there, but not too bad. Up on his time slightly, I believe. And nope, he's called it a day. He's gone into the pits, and that might be him done. I don't think he'll be able to get back out, so Lewis will be getting eliminated, unfortunately, currently in 11th. Hayes seems to really be struggling. 1 minute 30 left, invalidate his lap again there. And yeah, apparently we just can't put a lap together.
I think that was an outlap, because it literally switched from outlap to 140. So
fair enough. In that case, we'll see what he can do. He's left it very late. He does like to do this to himself for some reason. I don't know if the extra pressure helps him get those few tenths shaved off, but yep, not one to just try and let banker in and improve.
You can knock out Rebel here. I think Tez has left it too late. I know he hasn't. He's half around the track on me. I thought he'd just come out.
However, his teammate Pars is currently at risk of getting eliminated.
So in theory here, Rally and Michael ain't safe.
No,
if these drivers can jump them.
It's only 3 tenths, and while 3 tenths is a fair bit in kind of the grand scheme of things with F1, it isn't safe, as you say. You could easily get knocked down. Just seen in the chat, Jerry not a fan of our good friend Jeff.
I agree with that statement, Jerry. I agree. Jerry speaks facts. As I think Hayes will prepare himself here to a good position.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh,
they're just getting that 10th, so 125.8.
He's not Rebel.
And
Rebel's out.
Yep, I was out. And what about Pars? Curry or
Pars invalidated.
Yep, Curry's in the pits. So Lundy is the last person to possibly get out. Could knock Hayes back into getting eliminated, but we'll have to wait and see.
Tez is safe.
It's not looking good here for our co-owner. He's taking it very leisurely, it seems. And he's in 8th gear, but engine doesn't seem to be stressing much. It's just a leisurely stroll.
Maybe it's taking off the Lance stroll. You never know.
Maybe. But no, I think Lundy's kind of called it a day. He knows that he's not going to be able to improve, and is just calling it there, trying to preserve those tyres for the actual race, perhaps. Well, actually, because it's wet. So yeah, there you go. He is in, and
so he's going to make him one wait like another one? Is he going to go for another one?
I've just seen that apparently LMB had issues. His airclocks just turned off, so the Renault team really not having a good day today at the for
I did
first
see him
round.
come back online, and I thought, why is he just come back online on his normal LMB account, not the TTM one? What's going on?
Well, I think that is us done. Everyone is back in. Hayes, the final one, just to pit, along with Lundy. I think he's still just getting wheeled in a bit. But yeah, that is everything done for Q2, and right on time. So, going through standings, so we have got Stenner in P1 again, Liam Hannon finishing up in second, Jelly in third, Addiston in fourth, Juice in fifth, Michael in sixth, Raleigh in seventh, Tez in 8th, Bendy Lim in 9th, Hayes finishing off that top 10, and getting knocked out unfortunately is Rebel, LMB, Pars, Curry and Lindy. So yeah, moving on to Q3, exciting times. So yeah, get those last predictions in. Obviously Stenner setting a strong performance so far in the first qualifying. Could see that in the race, but might not have that full wet setup as Jerry mentioned.
If we were going to use this right here, this screen, to predict the race, AlphaTauri would be doing very, very well. First and fourth. Then McLaren would be third and I think it was 7th or 8th.
Okay.
Obviously that's nothing to go by because it's going to be...
I'm here in a ping, and TTM Arthur, thank you very much for the follow. Our new driver coming through for the esports side of things, and I believe they'll be also jumping in with the F2. So good to see you on the stream.
Who was that? Didn't notice that. What was that?
TTM Arthur.
Seen him a bit. Don't know who he is. Don't know where he come from. But I've seen him a bit on the chat.
Seen
On the
him
Discord.
about. Get himself
him out
involved,
a bit.
that's what we want to see.
He hasn't slagged me off yet though. So it's not got my
That's
respect.
usually the first thing anyone does.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Bit of
saying.
initiation.
I've not done it yet. Yeah. That's when you know someone's in it for the long run. It's when they start slagging me off instantly. That's when you know they're here. They're here to stay.
Jerry
So
saying no spying on the teams, getting that intel.
I always think that's one. I know everything about everyone.
Everything about everyone. Okay,
See, I'm in DC's McLaren one. I don't think he's clocked that I'm still in there, so I'll leave that after this. He put an announcement up today saying about points, I think. Steady points, right?
Well, all our drivers rushing out of the pits. No one's waiting about this time, and finding with Stenner, Bendy Lim and Jelly a bit of a congestion. Gonna have to take a bit of pace off, just try and get that gap ready for the flying lap. But I think Juice is yeah, he's in clear air. Not too bad, but Stenner I believe is one leading or. Okay, no, it's Alistair. He's managed to jump the lot and get out first.
Bunched.
That's what I mean, they're going to have to back off a little bit.
Saints, I think that's a glitch with the game. I don't think that's anything to do with...
Yeah, that's
anything
another
like
code
that. It's
masters
just the
thing.
sponsors. Don't work. We have them on the cast, but they don't work.
Yeah, you can see it in the race, but for some reason spectators cannot see it. So, a bit annoying. Alistair using all the curb there. Very tight lines and keeping that speed going.
No, I forgot Tez was in it.
Yep,
So those guys, the white come from, who's that? It's Tez.
was getting himself into Q3 after a bit of a dodgy
He's just
Q1.
done it every time though. Q1 he just got it, Q2 he's just got it.
It doesn't matter how you get there as long as you do it.
We see Tez up into the top 5. Has he been making everyone think that he might not do it? And he's going to come out of nowhere and do it. Surprise everyone.
Bit of a dark horse. Sometimes a good way to be. Just no one predicts it and you just pull it out of the bag on the race day.
Out of nowhere. Randy Orton. Question is, do I at some point use my old catchphrase I said Rose, or do I find a new one? Figure out a new one?
I don't know what the catchphrase is, so I'm gonna have
Like
to
a
educate
trailer
me on
park,
that.
around the
That-
outside. Do I do it, or do I change it? Switch it up? Switch up the scene?
Not too sure, but Alistair going through with a 124.9, and then Alistair straight after 124.4. Then below.
Val said, Tezza said that's not happening. So
Okay.
I think they're in a fight together. We believe, Tez, we believe.
Michael moving up to 5th. Okay, so everyone's kind of getting into the low 25s, a couple of 124s, with Michael onwards around the mid pack. Let's see, Bradley, Hayes and Tez both leave themselves in the pits. Just waiting for that track evolution, perhaps, but as I said before, Hayes for some reason likes to put pressure on himself and try and do a one lap wonder. Personally, I wouldn't go for that, but it is what it is.
You've been complimented. What I think for. Really struggled in the Twitch. Said nice commentators. Obviously,
Thanks very
didn't
much.
mean you. Obviously, didn't mean me.
I appreciate it, and hope everyone in the stream is enjoying themselves. And yeah, just kind of get on. Yeah.
Someone
What can I
tried to
say?
post a link.
I did too.
The bots went, nah, go away. Fucking right up, get out of here, posting links. You got a little Discord server. And about that, mate.
Once Moobot is on point, making sure we're all good.
I think 2 people have tried it. 2 messages have been deleted. Don't try it here, mate. Hang on. Jerry's on the scene. Jerry's on it.
Don't think anyone's really on that. Riley might. It's up on his time, I think. Kind of a little bit hard to see the delta with our countdown. It covers the actual live time, so you can't always tell. Small hands reckon we're better than Martin Tyler. As long as we're better than Michael Owen, that's what I strive for this, you know, just not pointing out the obvious all the time at least.
Really
Right.
random thing here, did anyone get the Everton score? Because
We don't
I
care
need them
about
to lose.
football. We don't care about
I know, but
football.
I need them to lose because like it knocks West Ham down. I need them to lose. No one got it. Someone help me out, please. Help me out.
Alright, so no one out and about. Everyone's in the pits. Got 5 minutes 40 left, so we'll see who's going to be the first one to take the plunge and get back out there. Oh, there we go. Alistair actually already doing so as I say that. So probably find that this is going to be his last lap. He's going to have clear air for it, which is going to be nice, but after this I don't think he's going to have much time to possibly improve on his time.
They've given me the news I didn't want to hear, and that was Everton 1.
Ah, that is a shame.
No.
As before, don't care about football. We are here tonight for Tier 2 and everything going on your screen at the moment. That's all we're caring about here.
And more.
Alice
Oh, Griff's in here.
Okay. Come on, Jizzy, you're only fan.
Yeah, it's only because I cheered him on really a lot last night. I was screaming in the pipe. When it come first, me, I think, who is it? Me. Who was it? Me and a few others were just sitting there screaming. Me, Pred, was just screaming, chanting when he won.
Perhaps you
Quite
managed to
funny,
keep it
but-
together then.
He went in the pipe. I'll make sure he went in the pipe.
Oh, Jerry's been doing some intel and apparently Senna is on a full wet setup and he's still setting that sort of time, so we'll have to wait and see his pace for the actual race, but looking promising for him. Alistair just on his hot lap now, looking very nice through turns 1 and 2, there we go. A little bit slow, taking a bit too tight of a line perhaps. Just having to sacrifice a touch of speed.
Jerry's brought back the old Chinese Rick thing. Choosing the Chinese Rick goat.
fortunately for
Is that because I
myself,
look like a goat?
I can actually understand you.
Yeah, this is complicated. It's very quick at talking.
Nice.
I think it's called me a goat because I look like a goat. I
If
think that's what it is.
you want to take on
Go
the
on.
accolade, go for it. Oh, invalidated there from Alistair. Just too much curb on the inside. Fortunate then. Switch over to Liam Hannon. He's just about to dry his hand. Going through cops now. Saints going, my vote goes to Tez this race. Bit of belief there for him. Have to wait and see if he can pull it out of the bag. As you said, he's kind of scraped through qualifying so far, getting himself into Q3. But he could pull it out of the bag for the race. And,
Where did Tez go to ABS?
No?
Is that recent?
Yeah, he's recently turned it off. He's done it in the last few rounds. But in the chat, just popped in driver of the day poll. Obviously, race hasn't started yet, but if you've got a driver in mind already, liking the look of, make sure to give him a vote and get some love for your favourite driver. Good to see you in stream, Peg. I think you're getting wanted by another fan there, Chizzy.
Why is he shouting Richard? My name ain't Richard. I don't know where he gets this from.
That fishing hook is fully in there.
It's, mate, it's in there deep. Mad sentence. Yeah, that's gonna get clipped. Oh, for God's sake.
Liam Hannon there with a 125.0 at the moment. Jump on board with Hayes. As mentioned, he does like to leave late. He's just on his... well, he says he's on a flying lap. He's very delicate, so I think he's just taking it as a out lap at the moment. But he's the last one to set a time currently. Tez moving up into 8th. 125.7 is everything he can do at the moment.
I think the stream name needs to change. Tier 2 and Chisholm Diss. Because it's all this chat is right there. Is everyone just ripping into me? It's entertaining. Chinese Richard doesn't quite flow as well as Chinese Rick. It's not quite, don't quite hit the same.
Right, let's see what Hayes can do then. Obviously took a very slow approach to that first lap, but we'll see what it can do at pace. So far the lines aren't too bad, a little bit of a slide there on the hairpin finish.
It doesn't.
I'm surprised he didn't invalidate there. It seemed like he cut the curb a little bit too much, but just getting away with it perhaps.
Last 20 seconds. So it'll be the last run here. Everyone is out on track.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to be seeing much movement, to be honest, but obviously now's the time to do it if you can improve. Try and secure that final position. If it is a wet race, tyre wear won't play kind of any matter really, so just go out and give it everything. And Hayes, a little bit of a cautious approach there, but going across the line. And he is going to get a 125.8, so that still keeps him in the bottom for 10th. And that is everything pretty much for that. Got Tez on lap, he's currently a little bit quicker, so he might move up some places. Jelly up in 7th. Just going around final couple corners, see if he can improve. And yep, he's moving up to 4th, so 125.1 there. Not too bad from Jelly putting it out at the last moment. Anyone else on a lap? There you go, Alistair getting a bit of a tow from his teammate Stenner. And see if that helps him possibly take pole from his own teammate. At the moment it's looking like he'll be staying in 2nd, not quite enough to change it. And yeah, a little bit slower there, unfortunately. Has done, no improvement there, so I think that was everything.
Saints, regarding formation lap, we don't run formation lap. We tried it in a mini series a few weeks ago and it just caused too much grief with bugs and glitches, and it's not worth doing, so we decided to abort it and just race normal like we did in the first season.
Yep. Whereas with the formation lap, you can obviously warm up your tyres and stuff like that. The fact that everyone's is kind of in the same boat with the no formation lap, we're all going to have cold tyres, is just something you kind of have to play into account, and just be aware that you are going to have cold tyres for the first lap or so. Be a bit careful, especially with these wet conditions that we're going to see in the race. But yeah, that's generally what we're doing. Have a quick run through is so Senna up in P1 on quali, well, full quali, and staying there throughout all sessions, so not too bad. Allison in second, his teammate. Liam Hannon third, Super Jelly Dog in fourth, Juice is in fifth, Michael in sixth, Riley in seventh, Tez eighth, Ben Lim ninth, and Hayes finishing off that top 10. So yeah, that is your top 10 for this race. I swear that jumped.
The way we go at Silverstone.
Oh, Tez got a drive through. Already he's got a jump start.
Oh my god.
That's not what he's going to be wanting. Oh, that is not the start you wanted. Okay.
So, what's going to happen here then?
So far, everything's clean going through turn 1. No one's crashed.
It's the corner I was worried about.
And it's looking okay.
It looks
oh,
alright.
3 wide a little bit, but...
We've made it.
That might have been Lewis going wide
Tier 2,
there.
tier point. Tier 2, tier point. They got past the first corner. The first set of corners. Oh no, I'm going to lose money. I've just realised.
Such an enthusiastic start, I know. Chizzy had one job and he's blown it.
I'm dead. I'm dead at it just don't come naturally, mate. It's atrocious.
Okay, well, so far so good from our tier 2 drivers. Halfway round and starting to get a little bit of separation there. Stenner out in front, nice little gap there.
Where's
He's built himself.
Nia going?
Ooh.
He was going a bit of a rally there. Come round Luffield and went completely on the grass.
Yep, he's dropped back into 19th place. Oh no, he's just taken that inside line with Carl Duncan. Let's jump on board with Carl, see how he's going to approach us. And as you mentioned, Carl does like the rain. Whether he's fully prepped for it, we're not too sure. Gonna have to put in one hell of a shift to pick up some positions here and get some points for Red Bull. Hayes currently in 12th, so need one of them to do something for the team.
Jelly's right on the back of Hannon, and then Rally's right on the back of Jelly.
Let's jump up the pack then, see what's going on.
I mean, there's battles everywhere. Oh, Juice and Lemon, Ben, are going to go for that.
Yeah, very close there
He
with Juice. Right at the back, had to back off there, perhaps a little bit too much. Cars sneaking up behind.
Right, we've done the prediction already, mate.
Yep, prediction done.
I've just lost a grand. God damn it.
Sorry guys.
Oh well.
As surprised as I'm sure you guys, as to me, like, there's no safety car. Everyone kept it together lap 1 with these conditions, so well done guys. Alright.
Can I just point out something straight off the bat? Look at the gap that Stenner has pulled.
I know.
Already after
3 seconds. Absolutely crazy. Managed to pull a second and a half just in like half a lap, so if you can keep this pace up throughout the whole race, that's going to be an absolute crazy gap come the end of it.
Look at the gap after that, from 6th to 7th.
Lundy just making a move on the inside of Hayes. Oh, had to give off just a little bit. Nearly went straight into the back of him there, but just backed out of it enough. Oh, these conditions are horrible. Like, yeah, I'm struggling to see through, and I know it's not as bad watching it like this. So really feel for the drivers here.
God, if you jump the ball, look to the rain.
Yeah, I'm looking at the rain now on board, but I know it's worse for them. Doesn't show as bad. Oh, Hayes going into the pits. I'm not too sure if he's got some damage. What's happened to him there? But Lindy moving up to 12th. Got Rebel right behind him. Bit of back end going there. Ooh, Riley and Super Jelly Dog are battling out.
Look at the gap from 14th to 15th. It's like there's
seconds,
two,
yeah.
there's like two or three packs of cars. It's really split up. Like, Stenner's gone.
Yep, Stenner's in the clear at the moment.
Really
It's,
big gap.
I don't want to jinx it too early, but at this point I'd say it's his to lose. We've still got pit strategies to take into account and that stuff, but with the gap that he's building at this rate, he might be able to do himself a free pit if he can carry on gaining at this rate. Oh, a bit of movement there at the bottom. Tez getting past Hayes. Ooh. Okay, nope.
Yep.
Just passing him in the pits. Ainsley unfortunately getting held up by Noel the AI. He's really having a tough time at the back, unfortunately. It's a shame.
Ben Lim picks up 3-second penalty. So we've got a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings, so that'll be corner cutting.
Yeah, that's one thing we haven't really mentioned is obviously we saw quite a few laps getting invalidated in qualifying, but in the race aspect that's going to be warnings and that's going to mount up to penalties, so that could play a big factor at the end of this. Few drivers
Good
could
thing
get
for these
jumped.
drivers is the warnings will be different because it is soaking wet. They're a bit more lenient, so which will be playing to the hands of some drivers who might take corners a little bit wider than normal, just better be a bit more cautious.
There's one thing, Codemasters are a little bit better on, fairly lenient with wet track limits and such. And Joe's just put out a good point saying that someone could do as, well, not stop. You're on the wets, you are not required to change compound in these conditions, so I'm not too sure what the tyre wear and if you can actually pull it off, but I mean it's possible.
It's a lot of
legal.
laps, I think it's
Yeah.
13, 14 laps for wets, I think. But it's usually half the thing for it.
Something
But
else I've
I
just
did
seen.
know something else.
Yep, Sam
Yeah.
redeeming a shoey for SDZ. So that's something I'm going to be really looking forward to seeing. The Welshman himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Gonna have
think you
to
can do it.
find a beer or something. And yeah, look forward to that video too. So we've got 2 shoeys. And yeah, I'll be waiting to see that in the general chat, guys.
Biggest battle going on here in this race is between the two Mercedes teammates.
2 Mercedes
They're-
teammates, yeah.
Michael and
Riley.
Raleigh, they're right on the back of each other. Bradley's dropped off ever so slightly through back in Bex.
I do really like that livery.
Very quick.
Just sleep.
Your ones are really out there for tier 3.
It's,
really
it's a
out there
beautiful
this time.
livery.
It is really
Definitely
out
going to
there.
be the most talked about, I feel. It's what
Yeah,
we're
but is
going
that
for.
for the right reasons or for the wrong reasons?
Hey,
So,
bad publicity is still good publicity.
it's
Getting
really
that
out there,
Renault
I'll give you
team out there.
you've gone bold. I'll give you that.
Saints just mentioning only 19 drivers tonight. Are they full? Yep, we do have a full team. Unfortunately, the Alfa Romeo,
More
your
drivers.
team, had to
Yeah.
work a little bit, and should be back with us for next week to have a full grid of 20. Shame for round 1, but is what it is. And
I'm also missing a driver for Renault tonight. I missed a driver yesterday. It's
not
not
looking
a
good
good
for Team,
start.
Alpha, yeah.
That's why I won't use my reserves. I'm not going to do it. I'm
Oh.
going to wait and hold them.
Rebel picking up a 3-second penalty. Ideal. So
Just
everyone's
playing
kind
some cards
of
with Val.
in a bit of a train at the moment. You're seeing people close up, but then having to back off a little bit, just getting a bit too close to a corner. Ooh, juicing it,
Like Helen.
losing it there.
Liam
But
Helen.
yeah, no DRS obviously, so we're not going to see that play a factor with helping out on the overtake side of things. So it's just going to be a case of who makes a mistake and who can just kind of keep it together and tidy throughout the lap. And as we're seeing here, Liam Hannon
Oh, is he going to make it?
nearly getting a bit
Going
more
for it.
traction. Catching right on the back here of Alistair. It's just going to be a drag race down here. And, ooh, switch back on the inside.
Very respectful.
Very
effort
nice.
to the drivers.
Keeping it together.
They're both academy development drivers, aren't they, for the TTM Esports?
They are
Pretty sure.
indeed, yep, teammates in another aspect, but tonight racing rivals.
Isn't there an esports race going on right now?
It's indeed against TRT, I believe.
Is this the TRT? See if I can
You're wrong.
find it, because I'm going to try and see if I can get an update on what is going on.
Well, so far Liam unfortunately not able to make the move, but getting closer as we go through a lap, might be able to pull off, stick with him. And as we were going through that, Timothy, thank you very much for the subscription there with your Twitch Prime. Appreciate the support, it all helps us out and makes us be able to do better things in the league for you, you guys, and put it back in. So thank you very much for supporting. Ooh. Just keeping it close. Liam able to get on the inside, just getting that better traction, and yep, there you go. I think he's managing to keep it together. He just needs to push out on the outside, and there you go. Liam Hanlon up to P2, and Alistair forced to give up the position. But very clean racing there between the two drivers, what we like to see.
Can't find the stream.
And with that overtake, you actually see Michael kind of creep up on Alistair, so he could lose another position there. Not being able to keep up the pace, unfortunately, in these wet conditions, and perhaps just making a few too many mistakes. See if Michael can keep this up together. Any other battles out and about? Lundy is coming up to LMB, closing that gap.
Juice.
And LMB just going a little bit wide. Going to be close going through this tight chicane here. All drivers using a bit of the sausage curb there, just cutting. And oh, Lundy losing a bit of traction, and that gap opens back up again. Everything he's just closed down. He's going to have to work back up for. Bit of a shame, but just shows how easy it is to lose traction in these conditions. Our drivers are going to have to be fully on it and focusing the whole time, just to try and avoid any mistakes happening. There you go. And losing it again. Let's jump up towards the top again. So Riley looking close towards his teammate here, two Mercedes. Very gentle.
Here for third. Between four drivers.
Alice is getting a little bit of gap from Michael, but yeah, the two Mercedes are battling each other. Wonder if they're going to be in a party. They are good friends, so might see one of them just give the position if clearly a bit fast or something like that. You never know. Ooh, Lundy getting close within 2/10 of L&B, just right in the back, and I think Lewis, even if he was able to pick up the pace a bit, might get caught in the trap of the Curry's absolute defensive masterclass. We saw it time and time again in Tier 1 last season, and he just has the ability to kind of keep everyone back behind him. He's just kind of keeps it firmly placed in the middle of the pack, well, middle of the track, and can cause a few headaches for some drivers. However, this could...
Hayes got a 3 second.
That's not going to be good. He has managed to give up a position after his early pit stop, but still not too sure what caused that in the first place. Rebel picking up another 3 seconds. I think that's him on 6 now.
I'll double check. It is him on 6.
Yeah.
No one else on 3, he's on 6.
So 8 laps in, penalties starting to show. While Rebel is out of points at the moment. You never know, could play a factor later on in this race. Anything could happen still. And just stick on board with these guys. Nice little battle for 10th. Lewis is closing the gap, but Lundy's just trying to wait for any mistake LMB is doing. He's currently doing a nice little job of keeping his position. Just doing enough to defend and block off any move on the inside or anything. In these conditions, I don't think we're going to be seeing any trailer park girls going around the outside.
Nah.
And, it's
Disappointing.
getting off that dry line, race line rather. It's going to be losing too much traction and could end up possibly hurting you rather than trying to gain anything from it.
Would Indus work on that dry line? Thinking about it.
It can
Would
if
you
you
still
can
be
burn it
too
in a little
loose?
bit, but it's risky at this point. you might see it perhaps after the halfway point.
I've just thought about that.
And
Would it?
I said about not
It's
going around
too
the
wet.
outside, but ooh,
Who's
Lewis
done
and Lundy.
Oh,
There you go, Lundy
right
just
outside.
through. LMB had to give it the position, went a little bit wide going into the L, but there you go, Lundy up to 11th. He's been working on that for the last 3 or 4 laps and finally made it 6, so he'll be looking to chase down Curry up next. What about Rebel? He seems to close the gap as well, with both drivers ahead of him fighting. It's allowed him to kind of creep up, and he might be able to try and do something here. Nope. LMB keeping it tight, blocking that inside. Ooh, he would have picked up a warning there. Cut the track a little bit too much, but so
If
far.
that third is not dropping off, it is the exact same. Pass is that 3-step penalty. But Rally's still 3 tenths on Michael. He cannot get close enough to make that move. Michael's defending very well.
Ooh, Rebel really struggling, just losing time, and I think that's going to be him having to try and work up a bit of a, or close the gap again a bit. Let's have a look at some other drivers that we haven't really featured much. So Ter's currently in 16th. He's had a bit of a tough old time. He had a drive through straight off the start with a jump start apparently. I'm not too sure if that was perhaps Cody's. I know they can do that, but it's not a way that Ter's going to be wanting to start off his round 1 and possible championship.
One person who's really struggling today is Niag. He's 3 laps down. That's
Yeah.
not like him. I think it's the weather.
He does have the pace. As I said, he's kind of been doing some stuff in his own time, moving and such. He is using a hotspot at the moment, so he might not have had enough time
On
to
a
practice.
hotspot?
Yeah, he's using his phone. He
Ooh.
hasn't got Wi-Fi at the moment, so it's a tough old time for him.
I must eat your data though, surely.
Unlimited is what it is.
Isn't.
But one driver who's obviously at the moment outclassing everyone and haven't had much coverage of is Stenner. He's out here with an 8-second gap on second place in Liam Hannon, and at the moment he's just in cruise control. He just needs to keep on the track and keep doing what he's doing. He's absolutely phenomenal performance at the moment, and yeah.
Or as Lundy goes up the inside, oh, he went for it, he didn't quite make the move.
Take a look. Jerry says that Niag's probably up in P1 on this screen, which you never know.
Maybe. Maybe he is.
It
Mark
is
picks up
possible.
3-step penalty. And Rally gets past him.
Lindy is getting close to Curry. Just one little mistake, like braking early perhaps, could cost him. Curry's ran out of ERS. That red light is flashing. He's going to be trying to harvest anything through here, but Lindy's got
that's
about
not
3
ERS,
quarters.
it's wet. Everyone's doing it, it's wet.
Okay.
It's not your ERS.
And
He's got 78%.
in that case, let's see if Lindy's going to be able to use up his though. Around the
Oh, he's gonna go
outside.
around the outside. Ah, there we
Ooh.
go.
Broke a little bit later. Is he going to get the cut back?
Can't
I
make
just
the
don't think he
move.
can get enough traction. No.
The problem is, around the outside on a wet track is very hard
Oh, definitely, yeah.
because of that racing line. You're going to lose so much grip. On dry, it's easier. A lot easier to be fair.
Well, Curry for the moment keeping that 10th place, and we'll see if Lindy can close that gap down again throughout the rest of the lap. Just like before, the LMB is just going to be waiting for a mistake and looking to capitalise on it when he can. And speaking of the LMB,
As you
he's
said
just
that.
picked up a 3-second penalty, so pretty much
Jinxed
all
him
our
there.
drivers here on level pegging. Each of them got penalties, and yeah, kind of cancel each other out with the exception of Rebel. Let's have a look. Any other battles going on? So, Rally is actually closing in on Alistair. We saw that he dropped back a little bit while Michael and himself were fighting, but he's closed the gap and looking to try and overtake Alistair again.
And the top 3 drivers all pad drivers?
I think so. I'm not too sure.
I think they are.
I know
'Cause
Alistair
I
and
know
Stan are
pad is
pad.
very good in the wet.
I think Liam is also, so yeah, could show that
I know
pad dominance.
Rally's pad.
And there we go. Alistair just kind of leaving way for Rally to slip through there. Interesting, not too sure if he let him do that, but yeah, nice move nevertheless. Right, okay, unfortunately, just had a message pop up saying that Niag's going to have to call it a day. He's clearly not seeing the same things that we're obviously seeing here on the stream, and he's just having too much of a tough time on that hot spot, unfortunately, I think. Just really a bit troublesome.
Question is, are we going to see you come into Tier 2 for a reserve next week?
It was discussed about today, and I'm glad it wasn't because I hate these conditions. So you never know, you might see someone else fill in for myself for next week.
Carton, isn't it?
Yes, me or Carton. I don't know what assists Carton runs. Obviously, you do have to run manual in this tier, so I have to wait and see.
Which is my worst nightmare. Come true. It's not really been a race filled with a hell of a lot of action. There's been little bits here and there, but it's not like you're constantly switching.
Can I say?
Because at the moment, Lundy's right to the back still.
Yeah, he's on back Curry, but unfortunately, just that DRS factor getting disabled in these conditions, just a bit more delicate on the throttle and stuff. It's kind of limiting overtaking possibilities, and drivers just trying to keep it on track rather than possibly making a risky move down the inside or something like that, just knowing that they don't have that same traction levels to possibly pull off certain moves and such. It's a shame, but gotta see what different conditions. It's all on dynamics, so it's just a case of what code he decides to throw at you on the day, and all you can do is kind of just be prepared and see what you can do.
Something I have noticed is Liam Hannon is actually ever so slightly gaining on Stenner.
I did just
that was
notice
over
that
8
as well.
seconds earlier.
Yeah, cutting in
7
7/10. Could see either Stenner just saving a bit of fuel, just a bit easy and relaxing a bit, or Liam's just kind of getting used to this wet condition and starting to develop a little bit of pace. We are literally exactly halfway now, so there's still time perhaps, you never know, anything can change. And we're seeing Rebel come in to pit. I think he is the first one to actually do it on a window perhaps. So we'll see where he comes out in. Looks like he's going to be dropping
Ali's
back
really
behind
dropped.
Hayes perhaps.
Oh, that's not ideal for LMB. Another 3-second penalty.
Starting to mount up now for a few of our drivers. Let's take a quick look at everyone. So you've got TTM Michael on 3 seconds, Bendy Lim on 6, Paz is on 3, Lundy is on 3 seconds, LMB 6, Rebel on 9, and Hayes picking up 3 himself. So that's currently where we're at. At the moment, each of the drivers who've got penalties kind of got other drivers around them, possibly cancelling them out and such, so not making too much of a difference at this point, but we're only halfway. Still could change. And with Liam, as we just mentioned, he actually closed another second of gap.
Didn't even clock that. I know Ali's dropping by quite a few attempts each lap to Rally. I think Rally was just trying to get past Michael for that time to really show his pace in the wet.
Curry's also just gone into the pits, so Lundy's finally got some free air. See if he's able to try and put a bit of a gap on and put himself back out in front of him perhaps for the Overcup. And there we go. Quite a few drivers now coming in. About half the grid, so people are using different strategies. Maybe just waiting a lap or 2 extra. As you can see, the pace definitely has dropped off for Stenner. Either he's just in tyre save mode, or those tyres really are coming to the end of life. Let's take a quick look to see where they are actually at with the tyres. If it's working, there you go. Let's plug in. So it's not too bad, to be fair. It's 42% at the moment tyre wear. Still plenty of life, and I'm not too sure they'll stretch out to the end.
It works different than that, doesn't it, to the game? It works the flip
opposite way, yeah.
Reverse.
So, bit of a quick maths. But yeah, not too bad at the moment. You can definitely still stick out on this, but the pace is definitely slowing, as you can see. See how long it takes for Stenner to come out. And thinking, just to finish off the predictions, get one more in. Reckon Stenner will win, yes or no? What are you thinking about that, Chizzy? It's still up in the air at the moment. Liam's chasing him down, but
I think Liam will catch him, but I think Stenner will hold it defensively.
there we go.
Oh, no, whoa, that's just fantastic.
Stenner, 3 seconds.
Stenner, 3-second penalty.
That is
Ah,
chucked Spire in the works. Well, let's
which
get that
now
prediction
means
up before
Liam's got less
anything
to
else
do.
happens. So
Oh, if only you put that 1 minute earlier.
I know.
That could have put so much money in the air.
There you go.
I
So
think.
we'll pull it up for a minute, and it is now alive. So will Stenner win the race? Simple yes or no. Get your TT points spent on that, and yeah, get predicting. What do you guys reckon? Who will come out with the win? Is it going to be Stenner, or is Liam going to be able to catch up and take that spot at the top?
Did I just see? Did Ben Lim and Jelly just double stack?
Yep, by looks it. Both teammates. However,
So
they
that's
might
a
not be in the same pit
massive
box.
error.
They might not be in the same pit box.
Oh,
Cody's
that's true.
not being able to
I'm
work
thinking
out
about yesterday.
how
That's
to
why.
make teams on multiplayer cars.
Because I was thinking about yesterday.
Ooh,
That's what it was.
Juice nearly losing it there. Literally just turned to him as it
Lost
happened,
position because of it.
and yeah. he
Oh,
lost that.
mid-intervals are all broken.
It's fine. It'll reset as soon as they all set a lap again. It is fine.
Evening, Dave. Dave Hunt. Evening, mate.
Yep.
Glad to see you back in
Okay.
TTM.
As Tanner's mentioned yesterday, one of the original drivers, and rejoined. Joined in our F2 series, which will be starting shortly. I believe Monday, isn't it?
Monday.
So not long
Yep,
to
and
go
then
for
tier
that.
3 on Tuesday. BTEC race on Tuesday.
Also just saw the message from Dave, put me in the run out. As I said, speak to Lewis, team boss, and we will get you signed and move over to the better team. You can leave Ferrari.
Oh, Jelly disconnected.
Oh, speaking of Lewis, every time I mention him, he gets a penalty. 5 seconds
Still
speeding
going
in the
Pete
pit
on.
lane.
Pete on.
Shocking that. That is not going to help things. And yeah, we're starting to see a lot of different gaps now with the pits. Those stayed out and such. Try and see if our drivers will kind of start closing these down and get racing between themselves again. Carl, very respectable, moving up to 9th at the moment. We'll see how much that changes when he pits. But yeah, coming from the back of the grid so far, he's putting in a bit of a shift. Rebel, another 3 seconds. He is not enjoying these conditions.
So at the moment, Stenner's got 3 seconds, Michael's got 3, Pars has 6, Lundy has 3, Ben Lim has 6, NMB has 11, Hayes has 3, Rebel has 12.
There we go. Not too bad, but yeah, as you can see, the
Well,
drivers
another
all
nice.
stacked close to each other with those pens. And yeah, Tim, what do you think about the F2 series? It's going to be interesting. It's a completely different breed of car compared to the F1. Obviously, no DRS or the RS, and it's just pure case of skill, what you can do on the track. And it's going to be really interesting to see a few opportunities for our drivers, and obviously they can get put into development squads, fill in as a reserve as and when needed. So yeah, looking forward to it. What about you, Chizzy? What are you thinking about?
Well, there's some new faces, some faces we've seen in the past, so it's going to be a big mix-up. It's not cars that people usually call when it's games of race.
Yeah, it's going to shake things
That
up.
will be interesting. And it's going to be about strategy for the team bosses to see what driver they want. Obviously, they can only pick 2 academy drivers, and there's 3 different tiers that they can drive for. So, do they pick 2 tier 1? Do they pick a tier 1 and a tier 2, a tier 3 and a tier 1? It's really more of a strategy other than just picking any old driver.
So, hopefully I don't have to worry about that. I just have to ensure I do enough to keep my seat. But
I've got
yeah.
a strategy in mind. I'm going to go blurting it out though.
Come on, Talis, give us the intel, and I'm sure.
I've got all the intel.
Well, we're still the drivers.
I just have drivers.
But,
Well, one of them I've already got. who
bad.
was F2, which was Dusk. So it opened up and I moved him straight into Alpha.
Not too bad, and as it's just shown, anything can happen, could get filled in, so it's definitely worthwhile still getting involved, even if it's just to join as a reserve for the F2, because yeah, team changes can always happen.
How are their tyres doing? Because a lot of these are on 18 lap old wets.
We'll chat with Senna in a minute. I'm just on board with Riley. He's, I believe, on. I know he's still on the older one.
17,
So
16.
yeah, he's on 55% on that front left. That's the most worn. But he's caught up Liam Hannon. He's done well there, and Liam's still
Hannon
keeping
isn't
that
really
5-second gap. No, he was catching quite a bit, and I think Senna was just kind of in a bit of cruise control mode. Since picking out that penalty, that pace hasn't changed. Obviously, he's only got 2 seconds to really go now with that penalty, but kind of hit a bit of a stagnant area now. And I think he's done as much as he can to try and close that gap, unfortunately. Especially with Riley right behind him, could force him into a mistake, and might have to sacrifice a bit of speed to try and defend that position.
I feel sorry for this tier 2 drivers for this rain. First race of the season, they get heavy rain. Not just like a little bit like rain, you know, a little bit of winters. This is full on, in your face. Good test though for the start of the season.
Yep.
As Liam is gaining time again. He's reading it again.
4.8 seconds, yeah, just keeps changing. Well, Lundy is looking very close to the back of Parza. He's breathing down his neck, just going through Maggots and Beckett's now. See if he can close that gap again, because he had to back off a little bit just before Cops. Annoyingly, I've got the rev glitch for Lundy, so doesn't sound the best.
If I rev glitch, I'd jump off. I'd jump straight off. It's a big battle, 4-car battle with 10th.
10th, ooh, Tez leading the train, so you've got Bentley Lynn behind, Juice and Jelly all trailing. You've got the two McLarens here with a bit of a racing point sandwich in the middle there with Juice. I'm liking it. At the moment, all kind of keeping the same. LMB picking up another penalty there, I see. 3 seconds. Must be up to about 12 now, unfortunately. Have a look at that. So Jerry's reckoning the top 10 won't really be kind of switching out their tyres. They're just going to try and go for the non-stop option. Interesting. We've only got a few laps left, so perhaps it'll be kind of more benefit to just stay as is rather than maybe sacrifice their position to get those fresh tyres, which you're going to have to wear in again.
So can they get to the end?
It's going to be close. We could see some possible punches, but it might do enough. And as Jerry's, yeah, picking up the threes, picked up a few unfortunately. But
all as Jelly has got past Juice, and it's close. They're going through left field.
Keeping it close, yeah. As Jerry mentioned in the chat, make sure you click that Driver of the Day link. At the moment, I'm thinking I might have to be Senna. He's just straight from the get-go. He's just absolutely smashed it. But
see, I'm gonna go Rally.
Rally, yeah, he's putting a bit of a shift.
Because as soon as he's got past Michael, he's putting a shift to catch right up to second place.
Yeah.
And that was quite a big gap he's gained. So for me, I think he's got to be Rally.
Still 6 laps, could change that though. So yeah, that's what we think. Make sure you leave your vote down on that link. And I think this is about it. I wonder if Jelly and Bendy Lim are actually going to kind of possibly compete for the position. Lim is trying to chase down Tez, but whether he's got the pace to do it, I'm not too sure. Yeah, could swap positions, try and have a go with the other teammate. Have to wait and see. Unfortunately, I've just noticed Tez actually caught up behind Noel, the AI car, having to back out in quali due to issues. But oh, there you go. That is a really bad position. No, Ghosting's off, isn't it? But the AI just stopping in the middle of the track there to let everyone by. It's not the greatest. Everyone getting through unscathed though.
Another thing I've noticed is that Rally only has 10% of his ERS, whereas Liam Hannon has 60.
Okay,
but
so
Hannon's on yellow fuel. Rally isn't.
Interesting.
So I think Riley's tried to burn out a lot of his ERS, just trying to keep up with
Get that gap,
him
yeah.
and keep with him. He doesn't need to anymore. He can still settle for third. I think he wants that second place.
So there's still points up for grabs. While it is only one position, it's a few points which could make the difference. It's very early on, first round, and you never know what could happen in 22 races time. So get as many as you can.
So Hannon's gone up by 1 position, Riley's gone up by 4, Andy's gone down 2, Mark's gone up 1, Lundy's gone up 9.
Yep.
Carl's gone up 6, Valve's gone up 9, Carl's gone up 7. But they're all drivers that still haven't pitted.
Okay, so perhaps we're going to see what Jerry mentioned, just keep it as is, and rather than sacrifice the position, just make do with what you got.
Well, their tyres screaming right now. I think there will be, won't they?
Let's take a look with Riley as we're on board with them. So, ooh, okay, yeah, it's getting there now.
Bad?
It's 68% roughly, 67
Yeah.
on that front left. So we're getting close to that puncture territory. It's usually about 70 to 80.
70. Who's 75 when it's a puncture?
It's literally random. It's just anywhere after 70, I think. So yeah, you could find out like 71%, or it could be like 83 or something. There is no kind of exact number, I believe.
So Tez could actually get some points here.
Yeah, Tez currently
From
P10. Just
doing
picking
a
up the
drive
one.
through, he could get points, which would be a very, very good comeback for Tez.
Those penalties are
From a
already
drive through.
jumped Carl Duncan at this point, so that's an extra point. 13 seconds, a bit more, 15 seconds off fail, so might not see much more movement, but I'll have to wait and see. And Stenner, oh no, picking up another penalty. That's
dropped
not
to
going to help.
third, which means Hannon is currently first.
There we go, so eviction guys, that might be just what you needed to hear. Anyone who's back to no, I believe majority, I'm not too sure, I can't see it at the moment, but yeah, anyone who back to that could be quite happy.
82% said no, 18% said yes, and the one person said yes was TTM Cat.
Ooh, Cat. This
It's going to lose
5
510 points.
not too bad then.
That's not the end of the world.
One little battle as Riley's unfortunately slipping away a bit of a gap is Carl Duncan.
Oh, Val's picked up on it.
Okay, so that's going to help out Carl even more then, but he's chasing him down, closing within about half a second, and just kind of creeping on, waiting for any sort of mistake. Very steady around here. There's an awkward corner. Just onto an international pit straight, otherwise known as the Hamilton straight now, isn't it? It's this one.
Yellow flag. That's a
Bendy limbs dropping, and he's off the track. He's gone off.
Rally.
He's trying to go into the old pits, just come onto the track safely.
Maybe
AI nearly going into him.
We can pit now.
There you go. He's actually got new tyres. He's one of the guys that are pitted, so that's going to be costly for him.
Has he lost his wing? Lost an end plate?
Yep, he's lost that left end plate. Left end plate.
Side. Left end plate.
Hey, shocking. Just mixing words. You guys get the gist.
Sideways.
Oh, and he's gone off again. Those tyres are going to be overheating. Just spinning around. He needs to try and stay on that dry line. And just do his best to kind of cool down the tyres a little bit.
So now there's no point in pit unless he wants to pit and try and go for the fastest lap. There'd be no reason for him to pit. He's pitting.
There's 3 laps to go. He's already lost loads of positions. It doesn't really matter at this point.
To
but
Rebel, he's still going to come out in the same position.
yeah,
Maybe he's going to go for fastest lap. Maybe.
just cancel out. Yeah, that could be done. Who actually has it currently? Let's take a look.
Which is Stenner?
Fastest lap is actually TTM Riley, 1:39.5, and we've had a few others pretty close, about 5 or so 39s having a quick glance. So I think at this point in the race with the tyre wear, we're not going to see any improvements, but at the moment the extra point goes to the Mercedes driver. Benedict Bendy Lim Espin, obviously a good friend.
Yeah, he's going to get rinsed now from Dave, from Jelly, from all of them, because I know Jelly likes to say, Ben Lim likes to say that Jelly's bad. So I know that's going to be kicking up.
At the moment being the stronger one of the two teammates. Oh, okay. Speaking of which, I've actually just seen that apparently Jelly disconnected early on in the race. I'm not too sure if he's back in. Well, I think he is. Yeah, he's in. But about 20 minutes ago, he did disconnect. Unfortunate.
Tess is right on the back
Of Carl, yeah.
Duncan here.
Got a nice little train here.
Means
Jelly's just on the back of Tez waiting for any mistake. So,
at the moment, Tess is 8th.
With the penalties, he's going to be moving up.
This car's 10th.
But in this position, it's so horrible because while you want to attack to try and gain a place, at the same time, you could open yourself up to a move. Just as we're seeing here with Jelly, is he going to go around the outside? No, not quite enough. And with traction, not able to try and go for the switchback. But
oh, Tess!
Oh, Tez!
Oh, what a slide!
A little bit switch.
What a slide!
Oh, what a slide! Oh, there you go. Having to back off. Just hasn't got that traction to try and go for a dive. Tez not really given much room there, blocking off that inside, and Jelly's having to just back up a little bit, reevaluate, and try and get another attack on the go.
I think Tez knows that he hasn't got to push Carl. He doesn't need to.
At the moment,
got the position.
Even if he loses the position to Jelly, he will still have that place come that finishing line.
He just needs to now bring it home. Levitas bring it home to get any equal points, which I think is a very brilliant drive from Tez, considering the jump start, whether it was his fault or whether it was Cody's. So he could be a contender for driver today. We can bet. Because he was last by quite a big gap, and he's really put some effort in tonight to really pull that back and claw back that mistake.
Ooh, very
That's
close.
off to Tez, as much as he winds me up sometimes. That's off to.
There you go. So the one thing I didn't actually realise is how close Juice is on the back of Jelly as well. Just seeing in that wide angle, you've got Juice chasing him down as well, a little bit further behind, but with everyone battling, especially going wide like that.
Oh, Carl!
Bloody hell.
Carl's drifting there.
It's usually his teammate known for drifting, but
oh, Tez! Oh, Tez! What a slide! At the same coming out of a village.
Seems like that sector one is where,
sitting, innit?
yeah, that sector one is going to be Jelly's best attempt to try and put a last lap wonder to get past Tez, but as I said, it's not going to really matter too much in positions with Tez being one of the few drivers here tonight, keeping himself clean and on the track, picking up nothing for the moment.
Oh, whoa, Stennis dropped. Stennis got a puncher.
Oh, there you go, that back left is gone,
back
yeah.
left. Gone. Last lap as well, that's...
Oh, there you go, so...
That's massive for some of the other drivers.
It decided to go at 76%, that back left.
Right, we need to now keep an eye on all these other drivers because we could see more punctures. If that one's gone, then there's a very good chance we might get one or two more.
Missed that. Ooh, Stenner's really having a tough time. He's just spinning around at the moment. Tez taking over Carl Duncan there throughout all that.
Oh, this is bad for Stenner. Stenner's going to be so annoyed. Can you bring up the penalties?
Ooh, 2 seconds.
About penalties.
Michael, oh, little nudge there on the back of Alistair, just keeping it though. We will take a look at the penalties.
Stenner's gone round again. Stenner's gone.
There you go, those are the extra penalties. Let's see about where people are moving.
Oh, this is heartbreaking for Stenner. I feel bad for him. He's had a blinding race and it's just all falling to pieces.
This could be bad for Michael. Obviously he's pushing at the moment, but he's in the exact same boat. He's got not too bad tyre wear, but he's pushing into the 70s soon, and that could all happen. What about Alistair? Oh, Alistair's very close to puncture.
Yep,
He just has to get around these last few corners. Jelly picking up 3 seconds there. Tez moving up to 8th as well, I've just noticed. It's all happening right now. There we go.
We're going to see any more punctures.
So, one thing we've missed just going through all this battling, Liam Hannon managing to hold out and get that first victory for Tier 2. Very happy with that, as he's my fantasy driver, so brilliant choice by me. And yeah, coming up second, Rally.
Alright, took your own horn higher.
I will, mate. I will. Rally, great performance, putting himself up into P2. A lot of battles along the way. Alistair P3. Michael 4th, Lindy 5th. Jumping up Haas, moving on 1 position. Tez 7th. Carl Duncan just going across. Jumping up Juice due to penalties. LMB coming up next. 14 seconds of penalties, just struggling to get across the line. And there you go. Unserved penalty. Did he have a drive-through as well? He must have picked up a drive-through to get that. Got him.
What would you get drive-through for?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know at this point. Perhaps just a glitch or something? I'm not really too sure. But that is everything. Just waiting for Noah, I think, to finish. So, yeah. Congratulations to Liam Hannon, and we'll start getting these guys in the party if you want to get the invites going, and I will read out the final standings as soon as it's popped up. There we go.
Oh, I forgot the drive. Hold on.
Ooh, there you go. Drive of the day. Codemasters thinks it's Lundy.
It was Hannon, Rally, and
Hannon, Rally, and
Ali.
Alistair. Yeah, Alistair. Let's have a look at the chat. So, yeah, everyone with the shock of Senna. If it was going to happen to anyone, it's unfortunate that was happening to the leader. Had such a solid race, just leading from the start, and getting caught out on that second to last lap, unfortunately. Surprising no one else actually did. I was expecting to see a few more with that strap. But final standings is Liam Hannon first, taking the first victory of round 1. Rally second, Alistair third, seeing off that podium. 4th is Michael, Lundy 5th, Paz coming in 6th, Tez 7th, nice comeback from him with the drive-through. Vale is 8th, Carl Duncan 9th, Juice coming up 10th. Super Jelly Dog is 11th, Curry finishing 12th, LMB 13th, Hayes 14th, 15th is Stella dropping back with that unfortunate puncture. Bendy Lim 16th, Rebel finishing 17th, and AI Noel having to back out 18th, and unfortunately Ainsley also having to back out due to connection issues in 19th. So that is everything for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. For more TTM content, check out the video in the top right, and to join the TTM community, take a look at the link in the description. Until next time, see you on track.